I heard this is a feet stream. No, this is an awkward stream now. Yes, we are playing Awkward. For those of you that are unaware of what we're currently doing, Awkward is a devilishly simple yet deviously wicked game that originated in the 1800s and was subsequently banned for over 100 years. This game has the ability to transform acquaintances into best friends and ruin relationships and friendships and everything in between. Oh no, it's not too early to join. Don't worry, Absy, we haven't even gotten there yet. So let's get into it. With you guys on chat. So here we go. All right, for our first question, guys, do you think I have a dark sense of humor? Do I think I have a dark sense of humor? Yes or no? Put your answer in the chat. I definitely do. It doesn't really come across like it on stream at all, but I do. Definitely not compared to Speedster in that sense, but sure, I have a dark humor side. I sat and watched an entire video that Absy sent me yesterday, and like that felt like a little bit of dark humor because it was edgy humor. Tell my best dad joke. Oh lordy. You mean I have to look for a dad joke right now? I'm in the middle of doing the thing. Doing things for you people. Come on now. But it's fine. This is another thing that I get to do for you. I thought that meant racist jokes. I mean, there are, like, racist jokes are kind of dark. Like, they can be very dark, considering they're all basically, like, layered into something. Or linked to something else. There's one thing I can't deal with. It's a deck of cards glued together. That is very true, yes. Game Solo T. I don't trust stairs. They're always up to something. Oh yeah, that is how you have to, you have to spell it different. I didn't tell you I was gonna tell you a dark joke. You wanted a dad joke. I don't have a dark joke, Redeem. Okay. For our next question, a dark dad joke. Oh boy. Oh god, I couldn't. Right now, we're not in the headspace of making dark dad jokes, but like, I could, if you want something like dark or awkward about my, like a dad, like I could literally tell you a story from my dinner last night, but we're in the middle of playing a game. So like we could save that for after the game. Or for like the intermission of this game when we do round 2. This question is, which bad habit are you more likely to be guilty of? Hogging the remote control or taking up too much space on the couch? Do I? Oh, shouldn't know. Okay, A or B, put your answers into chat. That couch is mine. I don't know about that game, Solo T. I wouldn't even say that I hog it either. I just happen to put things on the TV. In between me and my sister being on the couch, I sit more upright because I fucked up my back last year a little bit. But every time I bring out one of my king size pillows from my bed and put it behind me to just kind of give me a little bit more support, my sister literally puts 2 of the couch pillows onto the side of my pillow and then just starts laying down entirely into it. We're almost cuddling, but I'm not touching her or anything. So I don't actually really take up space on the couch. So the next question is, what are you more likely to try and find out about someone before a blind date? Weight or age? A is weight, B is age. Put your answers into chat. This is more fun not knowing you well enough to answer. Yeah, Carve. It's nice to have people join in and not know what I'm going to answer or figure out. And I don't know any of these questions in advance either, so it's hard for me to even decipher. It's so much easier to figure out an age. I don't think anybody, sorry Absy, you're the only one on the other side. But figuring out age or even asking about age is way simpler than trying to just ask about their weight. Everybody has their own opinion about how somebody looks or how they even look. And I don't think anybody would actually ask that to begin with. That's a very shallow thing to ask, in my opinion, if that's what you were trying to do. Also, Mallory, you absolutely can play this next month because I was planning on getting you to play this if you wanted to. You can do super awkward, you can do classic, we can do both. It doesn't matter to me. We can take turns, but I'm definitely down to do a Mallory version of awkward. Endgame Solo T, I'm absolutely not answering that. Do you realize how many questions we've had about what would you change about yourself? No, we don't entertain it. It's fine. Oh, lordy. Well, this is just odd. Yeah, okay, Absy does make a good point there where, obviously you wouldn't want to be with somebody who's morbidly obese, but I don't think anybody would actually try and set you up on a blind date like that. You gotta really check who your friends are at that point, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, but anyways, for this question, with no anesthetic, would you rather have a tooth pulled out or your thumbnail ripped out? Would I rather have a thumbnail or a tooth ripped out? A tooth, B thumbnail. I said tooth. I No, thumbnails hurt. I've actually hurt my hands, or like, when I was a kid, I've had my fingers caught indoors and lost nails. I've also had just like loose tooth ripped out because older brother wanted to help, and it was one of my front teeth when I was a kid. And between the two of them, tooth. It's fine, tooth. Outrageous, he says. I don't think it's outrageous at all. I just had 3 wisdom teeth ripped out of my face this summer. Come on. But like, I was absolutely under anesthesia, because who would even do that? Wow. Everybody's divided. We have a whole lot of 50-50s here. Speedster, Jimmy, Carved Epitaph, Game Solo T, Obi, and Steve. 50%. I still have the T3s that I was prescribed on my shelf, because I didn't take many of them after, because I didn't like the way that I felt. I just ended up doing edibles instead. This is super awkward, but Absy, the thing about super awkward is some of these questions don't actually come off as awkward. Sometimes it's just like a would you rather, but it's not an awkward would you rather. I don't know how they actually categorize these questions. Our next question is, have I ever stolen anything from a hotel room? Have I ever stolen anything from a hotel room? ASBino. Put your answers in the chat. I mean, yeah, duh. I mean, is it... If it's not bolted down, you dig it with you. Are you kidding me right now? Like, sure. You can steal things. There's free shampoo and conditioner or whatever the fuck there is. Why would you steal anything? Like, you're using it when you're there. I don't need it when I go home. I don't think I've ever stolen a robe. My mom has stolen pillows and a bathrobe and things like that. But like, she's the one that brings big suitcases with her and stuffs things into it. Like, she literally took pillows. She didn't need to, but she did. You are not getting duped. Y'all are just not on your game tonight, Absy. For our next question, do you agree that people ought to be able to identify their gender as something other than male or female? Do I agree that people ought to be able to identify their gender as something other than male or female? Oh, boy. Canceled in 3, 2, 1. I mean, it is a very polarizing question. It is. Oh, God. Guys. She voted A? No, I didn't. Sure, you can be male or female or something else, but for the most part, gender is male or female. It's not just sex. Like, that's it. Like, there are 2 genders. You can be non-binary, but like, biologically speaking, there is male and female. Obviously, in circumstances where you have to identify which makes sense, you're not going to assume that somebody is something else. It is that. You wouldn't sit there and tell a trans woman that she is a man sitting at a dinner table if you were going to meet them out in public, just as you would to a trans male. You would say, I am meeting a man, I am meeting a woman. It's the proper way of identifying yourself socially. It has nothing to do with anything else. Okay, well, I wasn't supposed to tell you guys what that question was because I was supposed to change my screen at that point. But here we are. The next question, if you didn't read it before I changed my screen. Would you intervene if you saw a parent hitting their child? Making the Reddit thread right now. Oh god. I can't be the only one getting canceled. Well, to be fair, Kyle, it's not like this is going on YouTube for like another 2 months at this point. But the question, yes, is, would you intervene if you saw a parent hitting their child? Which is a yes or no question. And yeah, I mean, like, Nincompoopy also does make a good point in that part of his questioning. But these are really good questions tonight. Some of these are tough. I'm not gonna lie. Awkward being awkward. Yeah, they're doing their job. This is exactly what they were supposed to be doing, is they're doing their job. But with that being said, A or B, yes or no, put your answer into chat. What do you think I would do? Yes or no? Would I intervene? Would I not intervene? Would I let life happen? Guys, do you even know me? Do you? I think some of you do, but do you? I would intervene. Are you kidding me? Like, just, no child, like, I mean, there are different levels of being, like, or different levels of intervening as well. And it also depends on the severity, obviously, of what's happening, but I would intervene because it's kind of like, you don't even have to sit there and physically intervene. It's literally just, why are you doing that? Or like, what justification do you actually have for doing that? Because if I'm the only other witness in the room, then clearly I'm gonna sit there and say, like, that doesn't seem justified. Or there's a more constructive way of managing that situation. There's always a more constructive way. Nothing has to be taught with violence. Sure, discipline is one thing, but like, just hitting the kid for no good reason. We don't actually get a reason. These questions are just told us in exactly how it's supposed to be. It is what it is. They're just like, oh, direct question, would this happen? No context. What if they had it coming though? Peter! Sure, if they did, but like, it's all situational. These questions give zero context in a way, shape, or form. Lol. All right. Anyways, for our next question, who do you think has a harder time as a teenager? A, girls, or B, boys? Who do I think has a harder time as a teenager? A, girls, B, boys. Put your answer into chat. Also, the question was about if children were getting hit. So, like, yeah. It didn't say how hard. It just said, would you intervene if a kid was being hit? Yeah, girls had a harder time. Girls always have a harder time. No, you don't, Pete. You don't say that at all. You're like the most anti-violence person I know. You don't tolerate hitting. Oof. 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 So now that we've gotten away from the 50% line, Jimmy J is in the lead with 67%, followed by Speedster with 56%. Then we have Steve with 50%, Game Solo T with 39%, Absy and Lunatics with 28%. Yeah, 39? 39? I don't know. Okay. For this part of the questioning round, science fucking fact. Is that right? I don't know about that. If a movie was made about my time at high school, how would your character likely be portrayed? A, promiscuous cheerleader. B, outcasted weirdo. If there was a movie about my time in high school, how would it be? A, cheerleader. B, weirdo. Gretchen Wieners. No. Promiscuous means sleeping around speed. No, I was not promiscuous in high school. I wasn't really in a relationship in high school, but I certainly wasn't promiscuous. I was definitely more on the other side of the fence. I think I had 2 boyfriends in high school. No woman would admit to A. You're not wrong, but at the same time, like, I don't really have a reason to lie about it. Like, if I wanted to be promiscuous, I would be promiscuous, but I wasn't. It wasn't even, like, in my DNA to really think about it like that when I was in high school. Yeah, like, that's pretty much what that would have been. But they don't ask it like that because why would they? What about a loser cheerleader? You mean, like, the B-tier cheerleaders? I don't really know about that. We're not, like... High school cheerleading isn't really like that here. I don't really know. Like, I was, again, never a cheerleader. Theater kid, not a cheerleader. Not related to the sports part of things at all, just not a cheerleader. A promiscuous weirdo. Spanish Baldwin. You can't say that about the weirdos. Anyways, our next question. Hi, Shlom. Welcome in. If you could choose... If you could only save the life of one stranger, who would you choose? An 18-year-old or a 1-year-old? If you could only save the life of one stranger, who would I choose? Teenagers are mid. Oh my god. But it's an 18-year-old or a 1-year-old? It's not a tough call at all? Yeah. No, I know you're not wrong. I know it's not a tough call. It's just called suspense. Anyways, 18 is A, B is 1. Everyone saves the baby here. I definitely need more wine for the next round. Speed, why do you have, like, no faith in me? Am I saving somebody else's baby, or... I don't think I'm wrong in this. I don't think I'm wrong in this. Save the 18-year-old. I couldn't save a 1-year-old if I tried to. I don't know who would make me save a 1-year-old. Sure, a lot of people would save the baby. Sure. But how would I be able to? Well, I'm glad I messed up. I mean, you can mess up all you want. You don't have to win. Everyone saves the baby? Yeah, everybody would save the baby. So the final match ability before we go into round 2. The parents can just go against Spanish Baldwin. Okay, but before we go into the next round, our current rankings are Jimmy with 62%, Speedster at 54%, Steve at 50%, followed by Absy at 46%, and Game Solo T and Carved Epitaph at 42%. Okay, I'm gonna get another glass of wine, and then we're gonna do another round of this.